Hello everyone, I am Rawand Haji and this is Sport is Life. And this is the second part of the program. Today we are going to talk about some points about sport with my dear partner Yasin. As we know that sport has a long history. Back from the military training, they were using sport to know whether the individuals were fit or they have the capacity to fight in the war. And now I would like to give the chance to Mr. Yasin to talk about some points.
Yeah, good evening audiences. I would like to talk about some points about sport and the similarities of between sport and life. As you can see in the name of the program, life is a sport. Let's talk about how can sport be like how can life can be like sport and sport can be like a life.
Sure.
I would like to tell you some good points about in this case.
Okay.
The first point is in both of them there are rules. There are rules and regulations and codes of ethics. It means when people do sports, they act respectfully, they respect each other, and that's a good point for the social life. And to be sociable between people, and then you act and behave properly in appropriate way.
Right.
The second point is in order to do well, you should work hard. You should work hard and hard to get what you want. Even when you want something, when you want to get something in your life, you have to work hard on your goal, which is something good. And in sport, it's just like that. When you want to win, for example, when you want to win a game, you have to work hard and train hard to do it well. The third point is life and sport are similar to each other. How? For example, when you do sport and exercise, when you are ahead, you feel good and feel comfortable.
Right.
But when you are behind, you feel uncomfortable, and you will be bored. In this case. And another point, which is mentors and coaches and teammates and parents, is those people who associate with you every day, connect with them and interact with them. So they help you and they encourage you to be successful. To be successful in life and also in sport, if you do sport or something else. And the fifth point is, and the last point, in both life and in sport, there is one thing that increases our chance to be of being successful, which is goal. Goal is really important in life, because when you have a goal, you try hard and hard to get your goal. Whether it's a dream, it's okay. You try to make your dream real,
right.
And that's a good point. But sure. Goals are super important, so they give us a direction and allows us to plan a course of action.
Right.
And that was my point, and I will come back to you to continue.
Thank you very much, dear Yasin. You mentioned great points about the benefits of sport, and now I would like to talk about some aspects, some good aspects of health aspects. For example, there are.
It's really good for health, actually, sport.
Sure. For example, healthcare about, healthy heart. You will have a healthy heart when you play sports. Everybody will have a healthy heart since you do exercise daily, and this is a point. And another point is where you can control diabetes. When you do and when you play sports, and it helps the balance of the rate of sugar in your blood.
Sure.
Okay. And the first point is to weight management. Since you play sports and you can keep fit, and even those who are so fat, they really want to lose weight, and in this way they have to do sports, and they have to play which kind of sport, no matter, but they have to try to play sports. And another point is that they have to do sports because it balances the cholesterol level in your body. And another point is lower hypertension. It means that high blood pressure. You
Yeah.
know, there are too many people, even in our country and around the world, they have blood pressure problems. So it keeps the balance, it keeps the pressure normally when
Yes,
you
yes.
play sports. Okay, another point about the benefits of sport concerning healthcare. So it improves blood circulation. Blood circulation gets better when you play sports, and it also increases the hemoglobin count of blood. And this is another good point of playing sports. And another point is stronger immunity. You know, it helps your body to be immune. White cells increases when you play any kind of sports. Okay, and instead, beside of that, it increases sweat production and also removes toxin when you play a kind of sport. And another point of the playing sports, which is very good for your health, it is muscle toning. Sport is the best form of workout muscles. This way, you will have stronger body. And running, as an example, for example, is an inner and outer muscles,
yes,
right?
of course, yeah.
Okay, and another good point for playing sports is stronger bones for your health. You know, it makes the bones stronger
Stronger,
for children, adults, and even old people. And you'll have a positive attitude when you play sport, as Mr. Yassin. As you know, sport can bring
Yes.
a positive attitude towards your life.
Of course. Yeah.
And it boosts self-esteem. So this is very important. Every single person in the world should have self-esteem and self-confidence. Whenever you play sport, you will have a self-confidence. Okay, and it has mutual respect benefit. So this way, playing any kind of sport builds a mutual respect
Yes,
for
of
everybody. And calmness, this is a great point for everybody, you know, because sport train your mind first when you play, and to think calmly and find new strategies to deal with the problems.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And when you have teamwork, it helps you to build a good relationship,
Yeah,
to be a
teamwork.
great group with the other
Yes, of
people,
course.
right? And after all, as you talked about, it was setting goals. When you play sport, you have a goal
Of
to do
course,
that,
of
right?
course.
So in
Yeah.
everybody's life, there's a goal. That's why sport is a goal, and when you do it, you'll do it for a goal, I think.
of course.
And I will let you talk more about some points about sport before I talk about how to play sports.
Yeah, I want to continue my speaking by saying that sports should be a part of everyone's life.
Right.
And many experts declare that the sport everyone should play sport for a half an hour a day.
Right.
And that's a good point. To have a good to have a good healthy body, and otherwise you cannot have a healthy body if you don't sport every day. Also, children should also spend some time on sport, but not all. Many young children spend a lot of time, and it damages their time. It wastes their time.
Right.
So that's why children, it's really important for them to do sport, to do exercise, to do train, because it helps, as you said, it helps their bones to be stronger, their mind, their calmness, and many other aspects as well. But it's not they don't have to do sport for more than the time that they need,
Right.
because it wastes their time.
Sure.
I'm gonna state some good points of sport and doing exercise, which is doing sport and exercise physically and mentally helps you
That's
and
great.
keep us as active and fit and strong, as you said actually.
Right.
And team working, as you said actually, you mentioned it before, is the most important advantage of
Sure.
doing exercise and doing sport. In this case, it's also fun and a part of entertainment. For example, when you sometimes you need to change your mood, and maybe you are moody, you need to change some. You are going to do swimming, to do playing football, which
Right.
gives you fun and gives you a good mood, and then you get fun from it, and you change your mood, which is good for your health and for your mood. Help us how to deal with stress. For example, sometimes you may you may be under pressure, and but doing sport makes you to how to control when you be in stress, under stress, to deal with stress,
Right.
actually.
Right.
And that's a good point. That's a good point. And another, let's say, disadvantages of not doing sport. I think it's
Okay, so it means that there are disadvantages
yeah,
of
of course,
sports
there
as well.
are
Okay.
opposition.
Okay,
of each
I'd
other.
like to hear that.
Yeah, we can say this is not disadvantages, but something that we really should be take care of it.
I see.
I mean, excess playing is a disadvantage. How?
Right.
For example, when you do exercise and training for more the time than they need, than
Right.
it needs, your body needs. For example, let's say, and keep children away from all other activities like social gathering and community activities and picnics and many others. And also it may damage their study if
Sure.
they play sport and doing exercise for a lot of time a day. And you may have, for example, when you play football and when you play basketball, volleyball, and many other kinds of sports, you may have bad injuries.
Sure.
Actually, last year, unfortunately, I have bad injuries in my knees, so
see.
that's why
I see.
I cannot play
I had
football.
a bad, I mean, I have a bad experience about
Yeah,
that, by the
yes,
way.
yes,
I
I
had a
know.
fracture, I mean, I had a fracture when I played football.
Yes,
by
of
the way.
course, of course.
Thank you
So,
very much, Mr.
so we
So
need
there
to
are so
take
many
care
points,
about
but
that points.
yeah, thank you very much. But I'd
Yes.
like to mention some great points because we don't have enough time for to complete it and to talk about sports in general, because it takes a lot of time if you talk in detail about
Yes, of
the
course.
benefits of sport. And I'd like to mention some points how to play sport, because it's very important. You have to play under expert supervision, because if you play in the wrong way, if you use wrong techniques, you may have injuries. That's why you have to be careful about that. And stretching and warm out exercises is very important before you play a sport. So, and you have to stay hydrated. So you
Right.
stay, and you will have to have water in your body before you play sports.
Yes, of course.
Okay, and you have to avoid playing on raining or stormy days, because there may be slippery ground and you will fall and you will get injuries. Okay, and you, after any sport, you have to relax, and after any game, to relax your mind,
Relax
your body,
enough, of course.
your heart, and even your muscles.
It's a great point, actually.
And I'd like to talk about the final points. So I'd like to finish the program by mentioning some points. So when you play sports, playing sports should not be limited to the field of your school, your college, your community, even when you are at home or working. So you have to start playing sports even at least 30 minutes a day, even when you are at any age. And thanks for watching. Thank you very much.
Thank you.